Yo, you ever been sore from the detox before? It's like your whole body's just sore because of what you've been going through and the toll that takes on your body. But it's like you could stop, but the whole point is the healing. And it's like, hey man, that's why this is the hero's journey. Not everyone can handle fucking feeling like shit. I'm supposed to be feeling better. I thought the fruit loved me. Well, you know, sometimes you gotta go through hell to get to heaven, as they say. But I wanted to make this video while it was fresh on my mind, because I've been doing a lot of food videos, but I wanted to, and you know, yeah, I talk about different things while going over the food, but at the same time, I wanted to make some videos that were more specific to things that don't have to do with food, because yeah, the food is a tool that we use to reach health, to reach enlightenment, to reach many of the things within that we are seeking by going to this external source. But realize the fruit is external, but the kingdom of heaven, the light, everything that you've ever wanted or needed, the answers are all within. So do the inner work, the shadow work. Really, I was thinking about it earlier though. It's funny because it's like the light is within. So technically there is no there's no shadow, right? It's light work. The shadow work is light work. But anyway, it's the things that you think about, right? But I wanted to make this video talking about human connection and love and friendship and the bonds, you know, that us as humans have. Even if for someone you've never met in your entire life, someone you don't even know exists right now. For me, right, I have love for every single human being. The people who would love me, the people who would hate me, the people who would be indifferent. You know, I love everybody on this freaking planet. And it's when you watch different TV shows and stuff like that, and you just see, you know, it's just beautiful to see the passion that, you know, people can come together for, you know, one goal. And it's like the odds are completely against you. I literally just started, I'm not even 5 minutes into this, but the first Naruto movie, Ninja Clash in the Land of Snow. It's just a beautiful freaking story, man. It's anime, and the Asians are real like emotional people, and they're good with, you know, storytelling in general and like the emotions that people are going through. And you're thinking to yourself sometimes, why is that person talking to themselves? And it's like, well, how else are you gonna know what they're thinking and feeling? You know? But it's just something that really hits you, man. And the reason that I wanted to make this video is because I started to kind of tear up. And, you know, in this instance, it's you know, it's like a fight scene. And it's like, it seems like all odds are against them, but it's like they just won't give up, you know, because it's the fight between good and evil. And it's like, we will not allow you to freaking, even though we're getting our asses kicked, like we're going to freaking find that strength deep within. And we're just not going to give up. And, you know, and then like I said, there's more than one of them, so that they all come together. And it's like, you know what? If this person's going to keep going, even though it seems like all odds are against us, we're all going to keep going. And it's just, and then they bring in the dramatic music, and it's like, it just hits you. So, yeah, man, it's cool. But connection. Whether it's just between friends or, you know, an intimate relationship, your family, random people, you know, is the person working at the grocery store, you know, putting produce in the produce section, or the person who's at the register when you know, go to check out. And it's like, it's just people, man. We're all living our own lives, and we're all dealing with our own stuff. Everyone's got a story. Whether you care what that story is or not, everyone has a story. Everyone has these bonds between the family and the friends, and everyone's got desires and dreams and fears. Everyone is going through the same thing. It's a different experience, but it's the same experience. And when you realize that, you just kind of want to be nice to people, It's like, hey, this person might be struggling with something that I've never struggled with before, and it's like I can't even fathom, but I can still find some form of empathy for them. Or maybe they're dealing with something that I have dealt with, and it's like, hey, okay, I see what you're doing right there. I know exactly what you're going through. Like, yeah, that shit's tough. I'm not gonna lie to you, that shit's tough. Your mind can wander into dangerous, dark places. Just like, you know what I'm saying, man? Take it day by day, step by step, right? We all put on our pants one leg at a time. And then when you are using the tool that is the fruits, the raw fruits and vegetables, and you're increasing your vibration, you're cleaning out your body, you're eating energetic foods that lift you up and they make you happy, they fill you with energy, they clear the mind so that you have good thoughts and you're thinking positively and being creative, and you're freaking sharing the love that the food gives to you. Then when you go out into the world, and it doesn't matter if you know this person or not, you're going to freaking exude that love, that energy, that vibration. That's what you're going to give off, because that's what you are. So within as without, once you clean the insides and you structure yourself at a higher level from within, then you can't help it. You cannot help it. Even if you're someone who's a little bit more reserved, you're still going to be, it's like, hey, I can help here. Maybe I do that. Maybe I hold a door open for someone. Or maybe, I say a kind thing to a random person. When the person gives you the receipt, you say, thank you. Like, I hope you have a good day. That could literally change someone's life, their entire life. Just the one little thing that you can tell someone. It's like, hey, you know what? I really like, your drawing. Oh, that looks really nice. It's like, oh, it's just a doodle. It's nothing. Like, no, it's like, that's really good. Like, I can't draw like that. So it's like, man, that's like really good. It's like that right there could give someone the confidence to be like, you know what? I actually kind of don't like this job. I'm going to put a little bit more time. I'm going to invest, because we're all making investments. That's the one thing that I like to think about is I don't buy shit. I don't buy anything. I invest. All I do is every day, I'm an investor. When you want to ask me what my job is, I'm an investor. I mean that literally, and also in the way that I'm saying it here to make a point for this video. But hey, find something that you like and invest in it, right? Get your money. Don't put it in a fucking savings account, right? I'm not your fiduciary, okay? I'm not a financial advisor, right? But smart people, it's like, hey, what do the richest people in the world do? They invest. I mean, it's just like the easiest thing you could ever do. So find something. I don't care if it's stocks, Forex, crypto, stocks, real estate, right? That's a really good one, all right? People got to live somewhere, businesses and everything. It's like, but anyway, that's not inside of the scope necessarily of this video, but love and happiness, financial freedom lifts the energy when you don't have to go to a job that you don't like, when you don't have to freaking kind of chip off a piece of your soul every day because you got to pay bills, right? And it's like, everyone's got to do it because you got to live somewhere, right? So everyone's got these little things that they want, little desires. Oh, you want to go to this show. Oh, you just saw a nice shirt that you want to buy. Oh, guess what? You go to the farmer's market. These people put their energy into, producing, helping to produce the produce. And it's like, so yeah, they're not just going to give it to you for free. They're going to want a little bit of compensation, in the form of the energy that is money. So yeah, you're going to need to find a way to make money is what all that wraps up to being. But yeah, you might think if you give that one positive word to that person, you might be the only person who's reassured them of this thing that they like to do. It's like, yo, you're just some random person. But it's like, yo, if this random person can see can see something in me that it's like, maybe it seems like people nearest to you don't even see or point out. It's like, you know what? That person's going to be like, hey, maybe I'm going to invest a little bit more time into actually doing something with this art thing, instead of it just kind of being a hobby that you do until, you get so worn down by the job that you don't like and people you don't like being around, and, just the everyday, things that life be. Oh, and then if you get married, then if you have kids, and especially if you're not necessarily happy about that situation and that's not fully solid and secure, and it's like, you're thinking to yourself, am I here because I feel like I can't do better? Do I actually like this person? It's like, some of the thoughts that I know a lot of people out there are dealing with. It's like the divorce rate wouldn't be so high if that weren't the case, right? But yeah, it's just like all the little things and the big things that just wear you down. I just think it's best if we all keep in mind that everyone in life is going through the same thing. Their story might look a little different than yours, but essentially it's the same plot. It's the same plot. It's just you change the name, you change the location. It's like, oh, he's got red hair instead of black hair. And it's like, oh, she likes to wear sundresses instead of, jeans and a crop top. Like, it's like, it doesn't, the little details don't really matter. At the end of the day, what does matter is that connection, right? People like to feel wanted. They like to, men, they like to feel needed. Even women too. They like to feel needed. That's why your girlfriend is doing all these random things for you. And it's like, that's just like who women are. Like, they just do so many things, and it's just like, sometimes as guys we'll freaking kind of, it's like you get used to it. It's like, oh, she's taking care of me. It's like, that's what she does. That's who she is. It's like, yeah, but every now and then it's like, thank you. Like, I love that you, take care of me in this way. It's like, I really am appreciative of you. Like, I'm very grateful to have you. Dude, you tell her that, you won't get divorced, right? Unless you got some other stuff that's going on that, you need to work on and she doesn't like, then who knows, man? But it's like everyone likes to hear, that positive little thing that just keeps you going. It's like, because sometimes people will get into the, in their head, and it's like, is this worth it? Is anything that I'm doing even, like, does it matter? There's people who have thoughts like that, and it makes sense. Even as someone like me, I don't have those kinds of thoughts, right? Because I'm pretty secure in my whole thing, but that doesn't make me special. That's just who I am, right? There's some people like me who are kind of more on the self-sufficient side. It's like, oh, I can just do it by myself. I don't need anyone. I'd love someone though, And he's like, you got the people who are more needy, and then those in the middle. And it's like, at the end of the day, man, everyone wants the same things. Everyone would love to have a bond between someone that is like a powerful friendship, or like I said, an intimate relationship, those familial ties, whether it's your, blood family, or if you go out into the world and you find a community that accepts you and is more aligned with kind of like, who you are, humans. And the relationships that we have and the emotions that are tied with that. And being there for someone whenever they're maybe feeling down, or maybe they're a little bit doubting, themselves. Being there to encourage someone. Being there to just be happy for someone when they're feeling good. All these different emotions that we have. Being that strong person who can be there emotionally, whether someone's having a good time or a bad time. I made a couple points in this video. Yeah, man, just connection. I'm fortunate for the bonds that I have, I'm very fortunate for the bonds that I have. And I'm doing my best, to nurture those, because I have love. I have love for the people, not just the people who, I might message or call on a regular basis, but everyone, really. I like to be there for anybody whenever I can to do what I can do. And sometimes I can't do much. And in those times when you feel like you can't do much, that's actually when you can probably do the most. That's when it's most meaningful, most impactful. It's like, oh, I don't have $100 to give you, but I'll give you my last dollar. This is literally my last dollar. I'll give it to you. You need it more than I do. I got a house that I can go to. It's like, you're homeless. It's like, here, have it, man. Or, any number of situations that, if I felt like sitting here long enough that I could, go over. But I actually started watching a movie, and yeah, it's just like literally less than 5 minutes in, because I kind of been thinking about making this video for a while, and different videos that are touching on some different things that are more dealing with the inner as opposed to the external, which is, what food you're eating, which is like, that's a big thing. But, if you refuse to forgive yourself, or if you refuse to think about this one situation that happened in your life because it was just so traumatic or whatever, it's like, that energy is locked inside. You gotta do something with that energy. Otherwise, it'll stay in there, and then that's when you develop the cancer, and that's when you develop all these different types of sicknesses and ailments, because you refused to move that energy. You refused to take control of it, so therefore it takes control of you, and now you're a prisoner in your own freaking reality. And it's like, don't do that to yourself, because the greatest bond that you will ever have in this life is the one that you have with yourself. So before you can really go out and nurture other people, you should be taking care of you. You should make sure that you're good, that you're okay, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, as best that you can for yourself. You just always want to be there for yourself. You are your lover. You are your brother, your sister, okay? You are your best friend. I truly believe that. And if you don't believe that, then I definitely would suggest, I'd recommend that you take some time and really just go look in the mirror and just stare at yourself and ask yourself, like, who am I? What is it that I want? Who do I think that I am? Who am I really? How do I want to be seen by other people? How can I be of service to more people than just myself? Because when you heal the world, you heal yourself, and vice versa. Because if you are more of a whole being, then you have more to give the world, right? But you have to start with the source. I feel like I could really I turn this into like a 3-hour video. I get excited about this type of stuff because it's just exciting. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be back in the future because the love, man, the love cannot be stopped. It really can't. So my love for anime and Naruto is me finishing this here movie. So I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace. I appreciate you for watching. Definitely consider subscribing. Go check out some more of my videos, and the wavy one shall return. You know it.